can change your words.
Nitsi Kasan Tawahum Tansei. My name is Northern Star. It's also Justin Bige. I know my time already started, but just wanted to say I was gonna tell a story about the last story slam, looking suspiciously like the cast of Get Out during the dinner party scene, but some more angsty, pressing personal stuff bubbled up, so here goes. I'm in a state of not belonging, and a self-fulfilling prophecy of abandonment. I don't belong here. How often have I felt like this? What's brought me to this place? Was I born this way? Is it because I'm the youngest, always wanting to fit in with the cooler older siblings? Maybe it's being born of the 60s scoop and diaspora, far away from my homeland of Lutzoke and Northwest Territories, or the estrangement from both sides of extended family as young as I can remember. Maybe it's being indigenous in a colonial occupation, never more apparent than the years spent at Bear Creek Elementary and Frank Harris Secondary. Apparently, this was stability, as my older siblings were moved around a lot. One native kid in a sea of whiteness, and multiculturalism, I suppose. Maybe it was that. To learn any semblance of my culture, I had to be pulled out of class to sit in a small room with the others, or that after school, our home and low-income complex gained the reputation of being lived in by the Bible thumpers. Maybe it's because I got bullied for that, or for my penchant to want to be cheerful or happy all the time. It couldn't be my skinny ribs showing figure, everyone's got ribs. Or the buck teeth I was told I had. I mean, I didn't actually need braces despite how much I did protest. It wasn't my nerdiness either, because I mean, look at Game of Thrones, the cult following, like millions and millions of people. What about life at home? Could it have been all the family drama? My painting as golden child, or that due to my mom's rough orphanage upbringing, that she couldn't understand older siblings' mental illnesses? 10 years old and one brother forced into foster care, and sister kicked out for expressing their mental illnesses. Maybe it's because I was stuck there after, wise enough to keep mine to myself till adulthood. Maybe it's holding all this inside myself through high school, attaching myself to video games, techno, metal, donning skinny jeans that were easier to fit into than any clique, including the emo kids. I didn't belong there, or with the jocks, or even the other gamers. And when it came to partying, I loved experimenting. Ecstasy, pot, LSD, shrooms, but nothing like the embarrassment of the bottle. The alcohol to remind me I don't belong even in the partying. But having stopped all that like I have now, I'm still no more closer to belonging. I just don't want to die from hangovers anymore. But maybe this is what being urban indigenous is though, not the drinking part. The rough upbringing, the public education, wearing out my welcome and parents' resources till I had to move and join the diaspora myself. Nothing under me to break the vault. Just working harder than I should for a cut in a system I never consented to. Maybe it's that. Choice. Today I roam arts, cultural, educational communities out of my own choice, but often don't feel like I belong to or with them. I'm just there, acutely aware that even when I'm accepted and being told I belong, I know that belonging can be revoked. It has, over and over until the present. But is the pain it causes a self-fulfilling prophecy, a cruel, twisted joke I'm to break free of just by myself? Do I even accept myself? I talk a big game about community and radical self-love, but what it seems I've learned is the basics of survival in a colonial institution, claiming nationhood. An anthropology textbook coins it social agility. Understanding and participating in new social circles and their rules with ease. Of course I can do that. But what if time with one circle trains and untrains me with the other? I can pass as white despite acute awareness that I am not entirely. But the time I've spent in white baths has whitewashed me for decades. Now covered in bleach, I can't handle white waters, but they won't let me back on my boat, or I won't let me back on my boat. Back to choice, can I create or manifest belonging? What does that look like? How do I describe ancestors, spirit, ceremony, and belonging? I bet it looks like roasted caribou. Smells like the meat cooking over a fire. Feels like not feasting alone. But what would I know? That only exists in my imagination. I've never been home. Never seen northern lights above tundra cliffs, our ways of hunting, fishing, of giving thanks. I know I want to though, and I choose to work towards this. I've met so many dislocated kin from afar already. It's the one neat thing about this port town. Maybe I don't belong anywhere though. I'm gonna find out. So I'll put my cut in this bullshit system towards. Marcy Cho. Hi, hi.